Sheikh Abubakar Gumi, I think it is high time I address you directly. I see you as somebody who doesn't have brain. You are being consumed by your religion. Do you think you are the only Muslim extremist? Do you think you are the only Muslim in Nigeria? Many of these people, you don't give them good life. They are not useful for society. They are not useful for themselves. They are only useful for you as a tool. A reckless statement want to set this country on fire. And if you set this country on fire, you won't escape it. We will shut down the airport and look for you. We will buy ourselves here. Because many of these boys now are now telling us that they will attack us. They will go to Christians, to churches, to villages, and they will retaliate. Do you think you are wise? Or do you think you are doing the right thing? I'm asking you. If their retaliation, take this from me, if their retaliation attack any of our churches or any of our villages, we will look for you. We will find you out. If they retaliate and affect any of our churches or any of our family members, we will look for you. Because I see you like a fool. You want to turn Nigeria to South Sudan and North Sudan, where today everything is in robots. Everything has been leveraged by radical Islamic extremists. Do you think you are the only extremist? You have to be very, very careful. And I still don't know why Tinubu government has not picked you up. You need to be picked up and detained.
The reason why Gumi seems to be influential in northern Nigeria is because his father used to be the Grand Kadi, both of Kaduna and of northern Nigeria. That fellow who should be behind the bars, Sheik Gumi, a man who in any same country should not even be walking free. By now, that man will be behind bars. Saudi Arabia rejected him when he wanted to try to enter Saudi Arabia. But Nigeria opens up for him. Do you know what he's doing right now? He's going around the country building the war of narratives on the side of the terrorists in a clever way. What we are dealing with today is the Osama bin Laden upgrade, which is deadlier, more intelligent, more powerful, global, and it's a hydra. Let's tell the truth. My friend Abubakar, who fled to Ghana, 1987, he was a Christian convert, Kafanchan. When he began to preach, they beat him up and left him for dead. But Christians gathered around and he revived. When he revived, go and check the headlines of those days. The federal government declared him wanted. The army was looking for him. The police were looking for him. What for? Preaching. They said he is worthy of death as a former Muslim. Why should he become a Christian? And the elder Gumi, it was reported that they said, bring him to me. I will personally take his head off for what he did. Let me tell you the strategy that is going on right now. Gumi is going around Nigeria building consensus, further dividing the country. Everything happening in Nigeria is predictable. Sheik Gumi, a man who in any same country should not even be walking free. By now, that man will be behind bars.
I don't know whether Gumi personal. Gumi no they hide. Gumi with the full chest, they support bandits. They support terrorism in Nigeria. But Nigeria government, they look like this, that they fear that guy. A friend of a thief is a thief. They don't arrest me. I don't sleep station before. Because I follow people when they smoke Igbo, sit down. Now police come, they read me, John. And before I explain myself, I never even tested Igbo before for my life. As my ID read, but now since someone won't believe, they arrest me. I sleep at Joy police station for this matter. Gumi is the most powerful man in Nigeria. He don't get what the person tell me. Yes. Gumi is the first citizen of Nigeria. You don't get what the person want to tell me.
I love Christopher Musa. I love what he's doing. You see this statement he made recently, that a friend of a thief is a thief. That if you do not stop supporting these terrorists, that if they go to the battlefield, it's going to affect you directly because you are supporting them. It's a very bold statement. I like the man. Yes, that is how it's supposed to be. You cannot be telling us, using style to support them and tell us that no, you are not supporting them. You don't like what they are doing. But you are telling us not to actually end them. Some of you will come out directly and say we should go and negotiate. I don't want to call names anymore. We know them. Somebody even preached that if you vote any president that will go and buy more weapon, that will come and buy the people, you people fighters in the bush before he changed his tongue, change his mouth immediately. Change what he said immediately. Yeah. Now, I am hearing allegedly that the US have supplied more military ammunitions to Nigeria. Guess what? The battle is about to start. Yes, let's see what happened between the authority and the people who feel like they hold the North to ransom.
if you continue to sympathize with them, that we count you among them. The late bishop of the Diocese of Kaduna that was abducted alongside his wife and his daughter have been released by the abductors. The wife and the daughter was released today. Now, amid the release of the wife and the daughter, what I am thinking is, what life is remaining for them to live? How do you want them to recover? How do you want them to start? The trauma that they have gone through in the hands of their doctors for 3 months, they have been there. In that 3 months, they lost their father and their husband. They saw a lot. Now they have released them to come and start afresh. How do you want them to I wonder how they even want to start their life. How would they even want to sleep? How would they even want to eat with the traumas that they have seen live with their eyes? You know, people that have not seen this kind of thing will not understand. They will look at it like, and they don't free them now. No. If you are in their shoes to understand what they have gone through, what they have seen with their eyes, you will understand what they are going through right now. That woman lost her husband. They took the life of her husband in front of her. They took the life of the father of that young girl in front of her. It is sad. If the only thing you can do to them right now is to take them out of this country. Take them far away to go and recover. To go and rehabilitate their mind. Because right now, that woman, I don't think if you leave that woman the way she is, I don't think that woman will even last 1 month. She will go and join her husband because she will be thinking and her BP will go up and you don't know. I pray for them for God to see them through the process of recovery. It is a tough experience. Nobody prayed to experience that kind of experience in life. Nobody prays to pray to experience that kind of experience in their life. Now, there is a breaking news. The Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, have said something. He said that a friend of a thief is a thief. The Minister of Defense warns Gumi and others against being sympathetic to bandits and terrorists. This is not me talking about, this is a news. Now, the Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, have issued a stern warning to Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi and other individuals he described as sympathizers of terrorists and bandits, cautioning them against offering overt and covert support to terrorists and bandits threatening national security. Speaking during an official visit to Maiduguri on Wednesday, January 14, the defense minister said terrorism and banditry should never be framed as expression of regional, ethnic, or religious brotherhood. A friend of a thief is a thief, Musa said. He explains that his remarks were deliberate and directly address narratives previously advanced by Gumi, who had described bandits operating in the forest as our brothers, in quotes, and suggested that society could not function without them. That is what Gumi has said before. So he is saying that drawing a line between compassion and complicity, Musa said empathy must not be translated into legitimizing violence. According to him, such narratives embolden criminal network and have devastated communities, displaced families, and claimed countless of innocent lives across the country. The defense minister warns that terrorism thrives not only on weapons, but also on moral and rhetorical cover, adding that those who depend excuse or shield criminals through words, influence, or silence share responsibility for the consequences. Musa concluded that Nigeria cannot defeat terrorism and banditry while narrative blur the distinction between victims and perpetrators, insisting that neutrality is not an option in matters of national security. The choice is clear: stand with the law and the nation, or be counted among those enabling criminality. This is what the Minister of Defense has said. Also, he has said that state, local government must stop making deals, negotiating with bandits, terrorists. That is what the Nigerian Defense Minister have said. Everything you have heard is what the Defense Minister have said, Christopher Musa. He has countered what Gumi has been saying all this while, calling terrorists the brothers and sisters. Now the Minister of Defense have come out to say, no, if you continue to sympathize with them, that we count you among them.
It seems your tribe determines the laws that will favor you and the ones that will affect you negatively in this our country. It seems the laws in this country are being administered according to tribe, ethnicity, or religion. Just imagine that the Islamic cleric Ahmed Gumi is an Igbo man. I repeat again, just imagine that the Islamic cleric Ahmed Gumi is an Igbo man. What do you think would have happened to him by now? Do you think he will still be a free man today? If he was to be an Igbo man, by now military tanks, all manner of military tanks will surround his house. He will be locked away in a military confinement, in a solitary confinement. Anybody that supports him or speaks in his favor will be locked away too. But he's not an Igbo man. He will do whatever he wants to do and go scot-free. He will say whatever he wants to say and go scot-free. But he was to be an Igbo man. The opposite will be the case. If he was to be an Igbo man, one governor somewhere, a past governor from Abia State, would have come out on national TV to tell us how all his activities contribute to the death of 30,000 or 50,000 people. But he's not an Igbo man. Have you heard any elite in their area speak against him? No. No, they cannot. He is not an Igbo man. Different folks for different laws for different folks. He's not an Igbo man. No Igbo man can do 30% of, or can say 30% of what he has said and will still be a free man. What do you think? If he's an Igbo man, will he still be free?
And finally, General Musa, who said that the friend of a thief is a thief. It is called, the technical word for it is aiding and abetting. Section 7 of the Criminal Code of Nigeria is also, a similar provision is also in the Penal Code, which frowns on aiding and abetting, conspiracy, counseling of criminals, and omission. Omission means that if you know that, somebody has committed a crime and then you refuse to report, then of course you are just as guilty as the criminal of the same offense. And aiding and abetting, going about saying bandits and terrorists are our brothers, and we need to protect them. They are not my brothers. So I know the ones who are my brothers. You can't just come and say bandits are your brothers and you have to look out for them. Or saying, oh, kidnapping children is not a very serious crime. What the Minister of Defense has said is that, look, people should join the government in fighting crime. whether you call it banditry or terrorism, and should not be talking out of turns. However, I would like to advise the Minister of Defense and his team to walk the talk. It's not rhetoric we want. We want to see people who are guilty of this offense under Section 7 of the Criminal Code of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and similar provision in the Penal Code arrested and brought to book. Maybe that will send a strong signal to others that, freedom of speech, what is called freedom of speech, also has its limits. It does not include reckless talk that will endanger the lives of other people, and you say, oh, it's free speech. You are just expressing an opinion. No, certain opinions are sanctionable. And you listed, Rufai, you listed some people, some characters. You should include the media. You are talking about commentators. Is it not media establishments that give them the platform to come and talk out of turn? But however, the allegation will be freedom of speech, and that all, or the defense will be freedom of speech, and that all opinions should play. But the important thing is to always have the other side and to allow the other views, due respect.
Hey, my people, welcome back. Gumi mouth, he don't put on for inside trouble now, because the southern Nigeria people now have spoken again that anytime that any church is going to be attacked, they're not going to wait for anybody. They will make sure they attack Gumi back. That is what they have said here. Although I don't really know, but I only hear that it's only this man called Christopher Musa that is against that Gumi among all these people that are in government today. Why? Is just because Christopher Musa knows what his own people has faced. The people of Southern Kaduna and the people of Middle Belt. Christopher Musa is watching everything that is going on there. That is why recently Christopher Musa came out to say something about what Gumi is doing, because he says that a friend of a thief is also a thief. So if they will attack the thief, they are going to attack the friend join. You know that there is this man called this pastor, what's his name again? The Catholic pastor who was kidnapped the other time. They killed him, they killed him, and it is only his wife that was released, if I am not mistaken. The same people where we say they buy them, even though they buy them, having buy them where we say this Gumi don't know, he still they talk. He still they talk without even shame. He doesn't know any shame. If he is a man who knows shame, there is no way he will come out to be talking again, because me at times I will be shaming on his own behalf, because it has gotten to the extent where we say somebody should be shaming in Gumi's behalf or on Gumi's behalf, because what this man now is doing is not even shaming him at all. So having listened to what these northern and southern people are saying, I am in support of them, because them now, they don't want to be listening or to be hearing any bad news from any church or any mosque, because recently there was an imam that came out to say something to condemn what even Gumi is doing. The imam too say something that if Gumi did not stop what he's doing now, them, the imam, will attack Gumi themselves. They won't even leave it for anybody to go against him. That is what they've said too. So this Gumi of a man thing is not just an ordinary thing to him. We all know how this thing come to him, because some people have said that this is the same thing his father was doing when he was alive. So you coming to see that this thing now is not heredity, I won't believe you. So this thing now, I think is hereditary, and the family of these Gumis, they need to just take them out of this country, because this thing now is not going to stop. It's not going to stop just because this thing now is in their blood. If this Gumi now is being bite, and this person who Gumi has given birth to now is still alive, those one will take in charge of what Gumi is here doing today. That is the same thing Gumi's father was doing before he kicked bite, and now Gumi take over his own position. So if the family of Gumi is still in this country, I don't think this thing is going to stop anytime. That is just it. Thank you all.